Honey, we're back. Red hot marriage. In this episode, we're going to cover something that is crucial and important for every couple success.
Hardly anyone struggles in this area, I'm sure.
Yeah, no.
Just us, maybe.
Maybe just us. But it's going to be so important. So if you're in the couch, if you're in the car driving to work, you're at the office, you have your AirPods on or whatever, tune in, lock in, because something that we say today is going to be something that you can take home.
This is the number one problem in marriage that we're
100%.
unpacking
100%.
today. The number one
100%.
problem in marriage.
Yes.
Which is?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Communication.
Yes.
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 If you have lips and if you have voice and air in your lungs and words that you can formulate to talk to each other, guess what? This is an important topic for you.
Yeah. And this is the number one problem that we see in marriages is communication.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's unpack it. Yeah.
So it's going to be great.
Yeah. So question. We're going to start with a fun
here we go, the
question.
question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun question. Okay.
Okay.
If you had a superpower, which one would it be?
If I had a superpower, my superpower had to be that I could fly.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Why fly?
Yes, I could avoid traffic jams and all that.
Very man answer,
Yeah,
for sure.
I would just fly, forget about traffic jams,
Yeah.
be out of work, back home, go to appointments, just like that,
Like
seamlessly.
Superman, a la Superman.
Seamlessly.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a very man answer. So
Yeah.
mine is a very girl answer. It will be to understand all the languages in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So I could communicate with everybody and be everybody's friend.
That's a lot of communication.
So,
Yeah.
that would be it. That would be my superpower.
But the
To
good thing
understand
is
every language.
that we're talking about communication
We
today.
are. We
Yeah, that's good. That's important.
So my favorite topic here, because this is where most people get stuck.
That's where we
That's
have
where we
gone
got stuck.
Yeah.
We got stuck here many, many years. So that's where we're going to be unpacking
But
today.
is the primary place where couples have problems, and it's also the number one thing that can unlock every part
Absolutely.
of intimacy and growth and healing and recovery
Absolutely.
and connection. All the things are found here.
Right.
And I don't know if today's podcast we're gonna give you all the
But at least 7. We'll give them at least 7.
at least 7 that you can use, right? Something
Right
that
away.
you can, as soon as you
Implement
get off
right
the
away.
car, as soon as you get home, you can use some of these.
Yeah. So let's start with number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1. Slow down before you speak.
Oh,
Slow down
my
before
gosh.
you speak. Not every thought needs immediate release. Pause. Ask yourself, am I trying to solve this or am I just in it to win it? Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like the school of hard knocks for us. That, we've talked before of how, like, I know you gave one of the tips that was great in one of the last episodes of saying, like, hey, just take time to listen. Don't try to resolve anything. Don't try to, give suggestions. Just listen. So slow down, speak, slow down to listen.
Right.
So I like that one. I think that's one that can get us in trouble real quick when we're just listening, so we can then think of what our comeback is going to be. What are we going to say now?
If you're thinking of that, you're not listening.
No, you're not listening.
You're not listening.
No.
But I think also if you don't slow down, what can happen is if you're angry, you're gonna be angry. You're gonna be just going, and you just want to be wanting to make your point, come across, express what you have in your mind, which would be totally fine. But that means that you're not listening. You're not communicating.
True.
Communication is a two-way street. And sometimes what you hear is difficult to hear, but it's still communication. You still need to slow down, say what you need to say, wait for the response, acknowledge, keep the communication going.
I think early in our marriage, we
Yeah.
didn't know how to do this, and we would do it so terrible.
Yeah.
Because I came from a place in a home where we would talk it all out.
We wouldn't- in our family-
and then they wouldn't.
We wouldn't answer.
It was the opposite. So I wanted to just like, okay, we're going to talk about this now, right
Yeah.
now, and this is going to
Me,
come to an end.
I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to.
Well, you all didn't even talk about
Yeah,
it.
we
You
didn't
didn't
talk
even
about
like acknowledge.
Problems would just go
vanish.
away.
And that's what you expected when we got married.
Right.
And this problem ain't going away.
No.
She's still here.
She's still here.
After
Yeah.
30 years, she's
Wonderful.
still here.
But now we can talk about it.
But we had to learn how to do that, how to come
Yeah.
to the table and actually like, hey, you needed to tell me, I need a minute to actually
Yeah.
like think of what I'm going to say. And for me, I needed to kind of like, okay, hold my horse and then just give you time to think through what you were going to say because you lacked communication skills. And I overabundantly had them when we first got married. So
Yeah.
it was unfair. It was definitely an unfair advantage that I had. And I think that in most cases, we find that, you know, many times the wife is able to communicate and express and say what
Yeah.
she's feeling, what she's emotionally going through. And you have the husband sometimes shut down or unable to really emotionally convey what's going on.
But not because you can communicate or talk a lot means that you're an effective communicator.
Right. But
So-
I was.
Not really, like because you didn't give me an opportunity to say what I was saying. So not because you can talk a lot means that you're an excellent communicator. You need to learn also that you need to pause.
I needed to learn. to
Yeah,
pause,
that you
for
need to
sure,
learn how
for
to
sure.
how to ask questions.
Yeah.
And you know, can we continue? Can you?
Yeah.
You know, that's communicating because
Yeah.
it's a two-way street.
But it's so much of it comes from our how we were raised, what
Yeah.
kind of household we come from, our family of origin, the way that we saw conflict being resolved.
Yes.
If you
yes,
had parents
100%.
that did it well, and really you can mirror that.
Yeah.
But when you don't,
Yeah.
you know,
And if you had a couple parents that did it well, you hit the lotto.
yeah, you did.
Because most
but
of the
we
time-
didn't.
yeah.
So we didn't.
Because most of the time it's
Yeah.
like our parents
For sure.
they got the hand dealt that they did and they
Uh-huh.
did the best that they could.
But you can now do better.
And now you're listening to this podcast
And you can do better.
and you can do better.
That's right. That's right.
You own it now.
You do. You own it. You own
Yeah.
all of it. So, yeah. So, am I trying to solve something or am I just trying to win this argument?
So slow down, right?
Yeah. So, slow down. So, I know one thing that we do is give me your arm. Is whenever we're talking to each other, I try to hold Eric
I get a little bit spicy.
because he tends to get a little bit spicy is an understatement. For sure. For sure. But like touching him helps also if you touch your partner, it helps slow down his heart rate.
Yeah.
It also helps him just get centered.
And you're not fighting. She's not
It
fighting
helps him
me.
get grounded. And I've told him before, I'm not your enemy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to communicate something that is really
Yeah.
ticking me off right now.
I do better now.
So, but that's one thing. It's important for you to touch each other. Even
Yeah.
when you're going to have a challenging conversation, touch your spouse
Yeah.
and just let them know that, hey, you're here, you're present. You're not trying to cause a fight. You're really trying to bring some connection, reconnect.
What
with
I'm
each
about
other.
to tell you is it might be
challenging.
It might be challenging to listen
But
to.
I love you,
Yeah.
and I'm right here.
And
And this is for connection.
Yeah.
I'm not your enemy. I don't
Right.
know how many times I've had to tell you that.
a lot.
For
Yeah.
sure. I'm like, hey, we're on the same team. Team
Yes.
Gutierrez forever.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not your enemy. I'm
Right.
here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Settle down.
That's great. So
Okay.
slow down
Slow
before
down.
you speak. I love that.
Slow down.
That's a good one.
All right. Number 2, say what you mean clearly.
Oh, that is so
No
good.
hints.
Honey, that is so good.
No silent tests.
Yeah.
No, you should just know.
No.
You should know what I'm thinking. No. Clarity is kindness.
Say what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Clarity is kindness. Your spouse, as much as they love you and know you and live with you and are with you 24/7, believe it or not, they don't know what you're thinking. And unless you say it and say
Yeah.
it in a way where they can understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
you're communicating clearly, then you're going to be able then to enter that conflict resolution a lot faster and communicate
Yeah.
well. So I know so much of it gets lost in the fact that we don't say what we're really thinking.
That we assume, we assume
That our partner knows.
that our partner knows. Yeah.
Yeah,
We assume so many things, and that gets us in trouble.
it does.
Gets us in trouble. And also, because we don't slow down, like the number one says, we go into number two, and in our haste to communicate, we skip a whole bunch that we're not clear. So in the middle of the exchange of words, it becomes this confusing mess that you didn't articulate with clarity what you wanted. So now you're not communicating. You're just saying words in anger, in frustration, in whatever the moment calls for that you feel calls for, but you're not solving anything.
Right.
You're just saying words. But if you would slow down, and maybe even before you come to that moment of communicating, if you think through just some of the points that you want to get across, and you make sure that you get those across. And how about this? In communicating, checking with your spouse. Did you hear what I'm trying to say? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. What did you hear? Can you tell me what you heard?
Yeah.
Right. That's a good checkpoint,
Yeah.
because now you're communicating because you want to be understood. So anyway.
And I think that's like saying it clearly, because I know that we've had conversations before that we say, like, there is a thing beneath the thing.
Yes.
And it's okay. I may say to you that I'm just really frustrated right now. But where is my frustration coming from? Is it because there's something that has not been talked about? There's an unspoken something that happened that I'm not letting you in on. So you can't guess what that could
Right.
possibly be.
No.
You can't, even though you may have had maybe offended me, I have to tell you,
Yeah.
hey, that really hurt. The way that you spoke to me, the way that, you don't help around the house, the way that whatever it is. But there's always, I want to say maybe on a 98%, chance that there's a thing beneath the thing. It's not really about this. It's more about this.
Yeah.
But we have to then get to the bottom of it so we can then have effective communication. So, yeah, that's good.
So number one was slow down
Before
before
you
you
speak.
speak. Number two was say what you mean with clarity.
And number 3 is listen to understand, not reload.
Oh.
If you're mentally preparing
does
your
that look like?
defense, okay, let me read it. If you're mentally preparing your defense, you're not listening. Repeat back what you heard before responding. Repeat back what you heard before responding. You shared that, I think, a little bit earlier. Like, hey, I hear you saying, that you're needing more help around the house. Can you tell me like what that looks like to you? Do you need help with the kids? Do you need help with house chores? Like, do you need help even in the kitchen, prepping dinner? Like, what does that look like to you?
Yeah.
When you hear your spouse, your husband saying like, man, I'm just tired. I'm tired of work. I'm stressed. I'm just stressed. There's just so much going on at work. Babe, I hear you saying that you're really tired. Like, is there anything I can do to help you when you get home?
Yeah.
And you're now getting inquisitive about what's going on inside of him. That gives him the okay to open up and say, actually, you know what? This I just have so much pressure. I have so many deadlines that I haven't been able to meet, and I feel I'm going to fail. The moment that you say that to your spouse, it almost like takes the weight off.
For sure.
But it's getting into this practice of communicating what is going on in your mind.
Yeah.
Because you can carry that alone, but why would you want to? God has given you a helper. God has given you your spouse. God has given you a partner to carry the load. So, yeah.
I mean, another situation that you can find is also if you're sitting down and having a conversation with your wife, and your wife saying, well, I need for you to help me with dishes. I need for you to help me with the kids. and in your mind you're not even listening, and in your mind you're thinking, well, you don't do this, you don't help me with the lawn, you don't help me with the car, you don't help me, you're not listening, like you're not listening, you're missing the
Right.
the whole point of the
Or
conversation.
you're already doing your list of like, well, I do this and I do that and I make
Yeah,
money and blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, and you're making your own list. You
Like,
lost already.
communication is out the door at that point. You're not communicating,
Yeah.
right? There's going to be a time in that exchange that you can bring those things if they're truly a concern of
I
yours.
would say wait 24 hours before you bring
Yeah,
out your
yeah.
list. So whoever brings out the list first wins in this case.
Well,
because-
you address it first.
Yeah, you address it first, but you
Yeah.
want to wait because then it feels like, well, then you do this and I do this and then it becomes tit for tat. So it's like, okay, hey, let's give it a breather. Well, yeah, you're asking these things of me. We're going to wait a whole day and then let's come back tomorrow and
Yeah.
have a conversation like, hey babe, now it's already 24 hours have passed. I thank you for telling me yesterday of the things, the areas.
Not taking offense.
Not taking offense. No, it's like thank you for telling me because I didn't know that that's
Yeah.
so important to you. What that does for your spouse is like, wow, I feel validated. I
Yeah.
feel important. I feel that you're listening to what I need, right? And now her heart is open to listening to you.
Yeah.
And say, and in our conversation, not but. You say
No.
and in our conversation, I also realized that there was areas in my life that I could really use your support in, and these are it. Blah 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 blah. But
Then you talk
see,
to them.
Then you talk to them exactly. You're both sharing what you're needing from
Yeah.
each other. You're letting each other know there's defense. Those walls have come down,
Yeah.
obliterated, right? And now you're able to communicate in a way that is respectful, that is kind,
Right.
but that also brings a solution to
Yeah.
whatever communication issues you've been having. So
As
that
opposed
would
to
be
just
the-
waiting and what she's saying there or he's saying this,
yeah,
you're looking
your
for a
comeback.
response, a comeback at the same time. That's not what
That's
you
not
want to do.
communicating. That's not effective.
That's not what
communication.
you want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
No reloading.
No reloading. Do not reload. Okay, number 4. You want to read it?
Yep. Number 4, stay on one issue at a time. Stay is exactly what you were saying, honey, right? That just stay on that, whatever the issue that you're addressing at that moment, stay on it.
Yeah.
And then if in the conversation you feel that there's some things that you want to talk about,
Yeah.
make sure that you put a pause to it at the end of that conversation and say, man, I'm glad that you told me this, but can we revisit this tomorrow or whatever day? And then at that point, you can bring whatever's in your heart that is important for sure to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. I think that at the end of that conversation, you do want to end it in saying like, thank you. Thank you for telling me this. Like this is really important. And I will try my best to help you. In this
I want to
area.
know
Yeah.
what's important to
Tell
you.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
tell me next time. I know that sometimes I've carried things that I haven't shared with you. And I've just been, I'm losing sleep. I'm just thinking about it. I'm in my head.
Yeah.
And you will even ask me like, hey, what's going on? Are you
I
okay?
see you buzzing
I
around
see-
here.
I see you moping around here. Like, what's going on? I see you really far away from here. Like, what's going on?
Oh.
Is there something? And then I'm able to then unpack it. So small things, big things, little things, things that feel like they would be just nothing are something when they are affecting your everyday with your spouse. Okay?
Yeah.
So really
So
important.
we take it from the top. The first one is slow down before you speak. Number 2.
Is say what you mean clearly.
Number 3 is listen to understand. No reloading. And number 4, we just talked about it. Stay on one issue at a time.
Don't bring up 2018 and 2026 argument.
That's so easy to
It
do. It's so
is.
easy to do.
Resolve today's
Oh
issues
my gosh.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get historical.
Yeah, that's so easy to do.
Yeah.
Okay, what's number 5?
Okay, number 5 is speak from ownership, not accusation.
Wow, that is.
Instead of you never help, try this. I feel overwhelmed and I need more support.
Yeah.
You're owning all of it. You're owning what you're feeling, not blaming the other person. So
Yeah, that's man. That sounds like a mature relationship.
yeah,
when you own the things that you need. And it happens with practice.
It does.
I think have grace over yourself as you're going through this, trying to communicate better, trying to do it better, because it's a trial and error type of deal, right? As you endeavor in your heart, you want to get better. You're listening to something like this right now because you want to get better at communicating, better in doing marriage together.
And communication is a skill that takes practice.
You can learn it too.
A lot of practice, and you can learn it
Yeah.
exactly. So we don't just show up knowing how to
No.
do this.
No.
It takes a lot of practice.
A lot of practice, a lot of
Trial and error.
getting rid of the baggage that we carry from our background, upbringing, everything else that has happened in our life. But we get to own it again.
Yep.
And it's a perfect for this one step is that we get to have ownership of our ability to communicate or our inability to communicate, and we can learn.
Yeah.
And the things that we want to share in our conversations, that now we get to carry that too.
It's true.
And if we do that, guess what? There's help for that. Like you can find solutions for that.
Yeah, and I think early on when you first get married, you're really establishing the way that a foundation
Like
of
a baseline,
a baseline of communication between you, and
Yeah.
this is the time to start practicing those good habits, those things that are going to build a good communication where you'll be able to then have a better marriage, further along. I remember early on in our marriage, like we didn't know how to fight fair. We didn't know how to communicate.
No.
Because normally, like you said, I had a little learning curve to do because I came from a high volatile family where I saw, a lot of things that maybe I shouldn't have seen growing up, right? And the way that I knew how to do it was probably screaming and like doing it louder and immediately, not cooling off, just like, hey, we're going to take care of this right now, right? And then you came from a home, and you can say a little bit of that.
Just like right here. Nothing.
Nothing. No conflict.
No conflict.
Everyone gets along.
If there's
We don't talk
conflict,
about
we don't talk about it,
anything.
it'll go away.
Yeah.
Quiet.
So imagine that dynamic. Fantastic.
Complete-
Beautiful.
complete
Just,
opposite.
Yeah, it's like so volatile.
Yeah.
So we had to learn what you had to learn to speak up for yourself, and I had to learn to just like lay off and like give you time to breathe and all that, and how to communicate better. So
I think the part in our relationship, the part that really helped us to grow and take it to the next level, what if you will, is our ability to take ownership and continue to learn.
True.
Because we even in our growth, we have not done it perfectly, right? But it's okay because we are continuing to grow.
I think it's when people stop growing.
Yeah.
That it's like, no, I'm going to stay like this. Like I am right, and no matter what, I'm not going to change.
Yeah.
That you're asking for it.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5, we said speak from ownership, not accusation. And number 6 is repair quickly. Okay. Apologize fast. Pride prolongs distance. I'm going to say it again. Pride will prolong distance. Yeah. So even a simple, that came out wrong, let me try again, rebuild safety in marriage.
Yeah. That takes courage.
It does.
It takes a lot of courage.
And humility.
Like it takes courage and humility for sure to say I was wrong,
Yeah.
and you're owning it. It's not you were wrong. It's like, man, like I was wrong.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. But in doing that, yes, humility is like one of the traits that stands out. But also, you're on the road to repairing whatever rupture happened, whatever you broke in the relationship. The conversation that was difficult, something that was hard. Whenever you say, that you had fault in it, if you did, guess what? You're on the right track now. Right.
I know that sometimes in church we've heard the scripture that says, "Do not let the sun go down on your wrath," right? And you're like, okay, we're going to resolve it. But guys, resolving this, like if you're in conflict, resolving it at 3 a.m. may not be a good idea.
Yeah.
It may not be a good idea.
You might have to go a few weeks without sleep.
I had seen a joke somewhere that said, like, I know that the sun is not supposed to go down on my wrath. He goes, "So we've been awake for 3 weeks." I'm like, what? That's a long time.
Yeah.
No. So agree to disagree and come back and say, "Hey, you know what? We haven't resolved this, and it's not." So let's just circle
that's
back,
great. Yes,
circle back,
I love
and we'll
that.
come back and have this conversation.
That's better
tomorrow.
because it's honest.
It is honest. Like this is not over.
Like if it's not resolved, it's better to say that and be honest. You know exactly where you're at, and you continue that conversation. That is much better than pretending and saying, "Okay, are you good? Yeah, I'm good." But you're not good. But you're not. Yeah. Oh, that's great, honey.
Yeah.
I love that. Yes, for sure.
So that's one thing that we can definitely do, because we want to repair quickly.
Yeah.
And the reason that we want to repair quickly, because when we don't repair, we start that chasm starts growing, you know, and that emotional disconnection starts building. And we have seen this so much that it just so happens that when we are in conflict, there's just like this little voice of temptation that comes your way and whispers in your ear and says, "Hey, a little bit of porn, you'll feel better. Hey, a little bit of flirting may feel better. A little bit of scrolling, looking up old boyfriends or whatever may feel better." And we have seen so many people fall in this trap because they're looking for connection.
Yeah.
But we're looking in the wrong place.
And that's the point. That's the point where it happens.
That's
right
the foothold
there.
of the enemy right there. So that's where we say repair quickly.
Right.
Now we're saying we still have to repair and we still have to talk about it.
Right.
That doesn't mean we just ignore what is obvious, what has happened. No, but we're going to address it when we can both have a good conversation and we're both well to have a good conversation. Typically,
And and I think to add a little bit more to that, I think that repair quickly. I think you alluded to this. It might not be quick. It may not be quick.
Yeah.
But you're addressing it and you're acknowledging that it's not going to be quick. But that's exactly where you want to be.
Yeah.
Because that means that even though it's not resolved, you are talking through it. And the more that you engage in it, the better that it is, because you're communicating, you're staying connected, you're having those hard conversations, you're trying to attach,
And
you're
that's the
trying
part I love
to
what
connect.
you just said. Staying connected, because that's so easy to feel that. And you almost feel it, y'all, like we come from a Christian perspective that we say that, when the Lord unites you and your spouse, you are one. So imagine being ticked off at half of your body.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm not going to talk to half of my body. My other half, like, it can just go to Hades, and you're just walking around, but half of you is dead.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
But that's what
But
happens.
we do that.
But that's what happens when you're married and there is discord in your relationship, in your marriage. So that's where we say it's important for you to reconnect, to have that kind of repair, so you can then be well, so your house can feel at peace, so you can function.
And if you do this, if you have the misconception that because you address something like this, it's going to feel nice, it's not going to feel nice.
It's hard.
It's going to feel uncomfortable, but it's just the way it feels.
But that's growth.
That's growth. And
growth is uncomfortable.
And you have to be okay with it, and you have to be okay in trying to repair and continuing to engage in those repairing conversations that they're not going to feel nice. No. Eventually, they're going to feel nice.
Yeah.
But when you're in it, it's going to be
it's going to be challenging.
Yeah. So repair quickly.
That's right.
Okay, number 7.
Number 7, the final one. Protect the tone.
Oh, protect the tone.
You can say hard things softly.
Oh, yes.
This is a good one.
Yes.
Respectful tone keeps doors open that harsh words slam shut.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. Respectful tone keeps doors open that harsh words slam shut.
Yeah. Yeah.
How important is tone to you?
Man, it's so important. So the tonality of conversation, it's so important. It's so important because if it's like a harsh tone, then you're shut down. Like you don't want to continue that conversation because it feels like you're being spoken down to, or just like an angry, demeaning, and you don't want to be part of it. But if it's like a softer tone, even though it's hard, you want to continue to engage.
And even
it's
though
welcoming.
we're adults, even though, we are no longer with our parents and everything, sometimes when that tone is harsh, it may be reminders and it may be triggers of our past, of the way that we were raised. That maybe, there's an undertone there of correction that really isn't correction, but the filter that we have is something that we work hard to change throughout our life, right? That if I tell you something, right, and it feels that it is, condescending. Your ears are hearing it condescending. I'm saying it in a way of like, hey, I'm speaking to you as a grown adult, but you're hearing that it's condescending, right? And as I need to be careful even with what I am saying.
Yeah.
And even ask you, like, hey, do you hear my heart? Do you hear what I am telling you?
What do you hear?
What are you hearing?
Yeah.
When I say that this is bothering me, what do you hear? And sometimes you've said, well, I hear that you're just upset, that you like, I'm not good enough, that I'm not what I'm saying at all. Not at all what I'm saying. Then whenever, like, even early in our marriage, whenever you would like speak up and kind of do it in a harsher, stronger tone, I would hear my dad. And I would hear my dad screaming at my mom. So I would be like, hey, calm down. Like, and you're saying, babe, I'm just telling you this. I'm like, well, it's too loud.
Yeah.
It's way too loud, right? And we had to learn how to talk to each other in a way that was respectful, but in a way that our tone also did not trigger the other into, trauma or whatever.
That's so important. It's important just to check on each other.
So,
it's part of caring for each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in learning how to communicate early on in marriage, this is such a critical area, because sometimes what your spouse is hearing is not necessarily what you're saying. It's your tone. It is, past triggers for them, that it's so important for you to check in and say, like, hey, what are you hearing?
Yeah.
What are you hearing when you hear me say this?
Right.
Like, and if they may be totally off.
Yeah.
Or they may be on target. Maybe you are speaking in a way that is disrespectful. And I want for you, a step further in this. This is a bonus.
Bonus?
This is a bonus.
Bonus. Derek,
bonus
you need to keep this bonus.
So if the way that you speak to your spouse, would you talk like this to a coworker? Would you talk like this to a best friend? And if the answer is no, I would not be condescending. Why are you talking like that to your spouse?
Right.
Why? Right? Because then that's not going to help your relationship in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
On the contrary, that's going to continue to build that divide between you. So you have to speak to your spouse like he or she is the most important person in the universe.
Yeah.
Because and it needs to be felt that way.
Because they are. And they are.
And they are. Yeah.
Honey, you want to review them? You want to just go through them?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
7 steps for better communication in marriage. Number 1, slow down before you speak. Number 2, say what you mean clearly. Number 3, listen to understand, not to reload. Number 4, stay on one issue at a time. Don't get historical. Number 5, speak from ownership, not accusation. 6, repair quickly. And 7, protect the tone.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
That's a wrap.
That is a wrap.
That's a wrap for this episode. And I think that you can take 1 or 2 or 7 of these, go home, and you can put them to practice.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. And I think that you'll know also by kind of seeing your relationship where you've been struggling the most, and then take that one and, hey, just do one. Just do one and practice it until you get it right. And then move on to the second one, because this is a learning learning how to communicate, learning how to be connected.
Yeah.
And it's that simple, right?
Get
Just
this
7
and
easy
play it
steps.
over and over. Yeah, just see what stands out and
Yeah.
and continue to practice and get better.
Absolutely.
But I think this is the way you build a red hot marriage.
That's true.
And I love building a red hot marriage with you.
I love you.
I love you.